For 2022, the Neuron on 9 has been refreshed and equipped with some technical innovations, such as the SRAM GX-AXS radio circuit. In terms of price, the Neuron on from direct seller Canyon remains a very interesting number, as it doesn't just do a lot on paper. It also convinces in the wild off-road, as I will explain in more detail in the driving report of this article. 11 Canyon Neuron, on quality equipment at a reasonable price motor. Shimano EP8 battery capacity, 630 Wh suspension travel VH, 130 weight, 24.14 kg price. Your 5,699 RRP. The Canyon Neuron on 9 2022 model year. The bold Canyon emblem is unmistakably emblazoned on the down tube. The subtle Neuron lettering on the top tube reveals the model name. The cockpit is classic. All lines and cables are neatly routed in the frame to their destination. The handlebar has a width of 780 mm. The button for selecting the support levels and the mechanical lever for the extendable seat post are on one level. The SRAM shift button is very simple. The SRAM CODE-R brakes are easy to control. The ergonomics can be adjusted via a tool-free reach adjustment. A small detail is the protective film on the frame to minimize friction between frame lines. Back to the classic saddle without a raised rear end. And the RockShox Pike Select Plus fork has 130 mm of travel. The color of our Neuron on 9 was kept in subtle, matte green tones. The RockShox Pike fork has a clearly laid out compression adjuster. The plunge speed of the fork can be defined via the click mechanism on the rotary control. The RockShox Deluxe Select Shock only has rebound adjustment. The wheel is easy to reach and very user-friendly. The Canyon Neuron on 9 with its big 29-inch wheels. SRAM GX-AXS Drivetrain is one of the key innovations on the Canyon Neuron on 9 in 2022. Experience has shown that the small battery on the rear derailleur lasts for a good 8 rides, 50 km/1000 m altitude. 34T chain ring is mounted on the motor side. The cranks have a length of 170 mm. The combination of a 34 chain ring on the motor side and a 12-speed cassette allows the Neuron on to be actively pedaled in a range from 6 km/h to 45 km/h. The SRAM four-piston brakes were paired with a 203 mm disc on the front wheel. A large 203 mm brake disc at the rear also ensures excellent braking performance. The Canyon Neuron on 9 in an inviting wintry setting. Quality DT Swiss hubs are not a matter of course in this price range. A large 203 mm brake disc and the 12-speed cassette sit on the DT Swiss hub at the rear. Schwalb's knobby nick on the rear wheel has good running characteristics for long tours. With the hard Addix speed grip rubber compound, it is quite low wear. The front, that hands damp, takes the lead when choosing a line through the terrain. The DT Swiss wheels from the Hybrid series are specially designed for use on e-mtb. There is a USB-C connector above the power button. External devices can be supplied with power from the e-mtb battery here. The charging socket is well protected at the lower end of the seat tube. The cap is a bit stiff and the 630 Wh battery is protected in the down tube. The cover closes cleanly and protects the battery. There is space on the down tube for a bottle holder that can hold up to 750 ml. The tightening torque of 4 Nm on the seat post is a bit too little. With 5 Nm, the seat post stays in position. The Hands Damp tire has a fairly round tire contour, which is associated with certain driving characteristics. On a big tour with the Canyon Neuron on the way on the local mountain candle in the central Black Forest region, range drive through the Black Forest with the Canyon Neuron on 9, run down the 630 Wh battery. The result is a bit sobering with a route length of 38 km and almost 900 vertical meters. Snow is fun. Of course, the Neuron on had to prove itself here too. And it did well thanks to the balanced driving characteristics. Excursions like this through the snow can almost only be made with an e-mtb. The Neuron on is my first choice for tours of all kinds. After use, the charging socket stays clean thanks to its protected position. Between autumn and winter, I was able to test the Canyon Neuron on 9 extensively in the upper Black Forest.